Hey, what's up guys, it's Theyo from Fino Concept. So I redesigned my room just to get different angles to shoot videos from, and I wanted to bring you on board. This is typically a little bit different from what I'm usually used to on this channel, but I felt you might be interested and you may pick a thing or two from watching this video. Anyway, let's just get started. So I've had this idea of creating something for myself, and in the past I always send my designs to carpenters to get decks for me or get something interesting for me. But today I want to try something by myself for myself, and I'll be bringing you on board on how I did everything, how I'm able to turn what I have behind me, which I'll show you in a couple of seconds, into something new. So basically that's what today's video is about. So this is what I have today. I'm going to turn this whole setup I have in front of me. As you can see, just the TV, I have my fridge over there, and a couple of other things over here. Basically there's nothing here actually. So what I have is I have my sandpaper, others call it glass paper. I have my saw, I have my hammer, screwdrivers, and a few nails. Unfortunately, this is the nail I have at hand. Come on, focus. So this is a 1-inch nail, but I actually need 2 inches, which is this one. So I have to go get some new ones. And for the plywood, right over here. All right. Redmi Air Dot 2. Check out the review up here. So as you can see, I am back home and I'm very sweaty. Naturally, I would want to take my bath first, but since I'm going to work, I think it's not really necessary. When I'm done with everything, then I go take my bath. Another thing is I'm hungry, so probably I should get something to eat first. So I'm done eating and wardrobe change, and we are ready to begin. To start off, you definitely need a table of some sort to work on. I have this here, and although it's not that tough, it's enough for what I want to use it for. So what I did was lay down all my tools that I would need to begin with, and then work my way around them. With my measurements in mind, I marked out and drew the borders with a pen. Then I began cutting. If I had known that I could get an electric saw for about 300 Ghana cedis, I would have bought that instead. The alignment for the cut wood would have been more precise, and I wouldn't have had to struggle so much. Anyway, once I was done cutting, I aligned them to my desired design and nailed everything in. At the end of the day, this was what I could come up with. But I wasn't done. As you may have noticed in my videos, I like white things a lot, except for my background at the moment. So the idea was to cover everything with a white sticker. I also decided to cover up the back with a piece of wood to make it more stable, which it did. The edges of the plywood also have their own way of cutting stickers when you put them on, so I had to sand down the surfaces and edges. At the end of the day, this is what we have. Well, this is what I have. Alright, so this is day 2 of me trying to make over my room. I could have ended yesterday with just the TV stand, but I want to take it to the extra mile. I decided to make a wall mount as well. That way I could have LED strips going around the mount instead of the TV itself. In theory, this was supposed to be a lot easier, but it turned out to be a lot harder than I expected. The reason being, I didn't want to mount the TV on the wood on the wall. I wanted to mount it directly to the wall, then the plywood will go around it. And if everything turned out right, it should give the illusion that the TV is mounted to the plywood itself. If I manage to confuse you, don't worry, I don't think you are alone in that. I then decided to add starch glue to this one so that the sticker would attach to the wood more firmly. And then I applied the sticker and I was through. Now the next problem was how to mount it correctly. Unfortunately for me, I don't have any form of spirit level or anything to make sure that everything is aligned perfectly. So that was another struggle for me. And because of that, I just have to trust my eyes and make sure everything was aligned perfectly. Oh, I also don't use drills to hold up the TV mount. Instead, I use wall nails. Another tedious work, I know. For the first try, the TV was a bit tilted to one side, so I had to readjust. You may have noticed that I also brought the TV down just a little bit because initially it was too high. Normally, the viewing angle of a television should be about 180 degrees from your eyes. That way you don't have to raise your head or tilt it down to view it. Everything has to be in that aligned order. Adjustment done, I tried to fit everything the way I wanted, and then this happened. The wood mount was way too high, as you can see here, and I was getting a bit frustrated at this point. But I tried again and it wasn't how I wanted. I then tried again. This time around it worked. And oh, I had to also take out the stoppers at the back of the TV too, because the wood mount was already filling up that space. Now that I had all the alignments right, I had to cover up the extra green paint that I initially didn't bother myself with too much. And I also went ahead to install the LED strips. Now these LED strips come with an adhesive at the back of them, but I'm not so comfortable using that. So what I did was just to cable manage it instead. And so finally here it is. I managed to turn this old design into this new one. It literally took me 2 days to finish this, and with that I have learned a few things. First of all, it may not be worth it. Let me explain. I mean, I got some cuts and some other injuries that I didn't even realize until later on. Not to mention the fact that it is super stressful, especially when you are doing everything alone and on your own. So my advice, if you're trying to get something like this done, is to get a professional to do it for you. At least that way you know that you are supporting someone's livelihood. As for me, I enjoy making stuff and I don't mind getting my hand dirty every once in a while, so this isn't really a bother for me. So yeah, now onwards you may see me shooting from this angle as you have seen in so many other videos, or you may see me in this, or perhaps shooting from this angle. So let me know what you guys think. Do you think this is something I should maintain? Let me know in the comment section below. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel and other channels which I have them linked below. And as always, don't forget to share with your family and friends. This is Theo from Theyo Concept, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.